Most individuals past the age of 60 assume that sluggish legs or persistently cold feet are simply an inevitable part of growing older. They attribute it to reduced physical activity compared to their younger years. However, the underlying reality goes much deeper. The arteries in your legs are gradually constricting, and the delicate inner lining that previously kept them supple and adaptable has become less responsive. Medical professionals describe this condition as endothelial dysfunction or fatigue. When that crucial inner lining fails to generate sufficient nitric oxide, blood no longer flows effortlessly. Instead of moving freely like clear water, it becomes thick and sluggish, resembling syrup. Once this process starts, every cell below the knees begins signaling for oxygen that never fully arrives. But here comes the encouraging revelation. In carefully conducted research studies, certain natural beverages demonstrated the ability to increase nitric oxide levels by up to 30% within just a few hours. That is precisely why this discussion centers on 8 scientifically supported drinks designed to enhance circulation that you can easily prepare and enjoy at home. None involve prescription drugs. They align perfectly with your body's natural biochemical processes. When you pair these drinks with even mild physical activity, warmth frequently returns to your legs within a single day. Let's begin with the 8th option, the most straightforward yet frequently overlooked choice: warm lemon water. Every morning, when you consume a glass of warm water mixed with the juice of half a lemon, you're doing far more than simply hydrating. You're gently stimulating your liver and promoting a subtle expansion of your blood vessels. The abundant vitamin C found in lemons safeguards the enzyme responsible for producing nitric oxide, thereby supporting its creation. Older adults who adopt the habit of starting their day with warm lemon water commonly report that their toes no longer feel freezing shortly after breakfast. The effect is mild, but consistent daily practice helps train your blood vessels to remain more relaxed rather than chronically tightened. Coming in at number 7 is ginger tea. This modest root contains a warming active component known as gingerol. It mildly reduces blood thickness and enhances blood movement through the smallest capillaries in your feet. Many people notice a gentle warming flush spreading through their lower legs after drinking it. In medical research environments, ginger has been evaluated against low-dose aspirin for its ability to encourage better flow without increasing bleeding risks when used in reasonable amounts. Prepare it fresh by grating 1 teaspoon of ginger into hot water and allowing it to steep for 5 minutes. Sip it slowly and let the comforting warmth spread downward. Ginger doesn't merely provide surface heat, it actively instructs your arteries to widen. Number 6 might catch you off guard: beetroot juice. It stands as the premier source for boosting nitric oxide. Beets are loaded with dietary nitrates that oral bacteria transform into nitrites, which then become nitric oxide circulating in your bloodstream. Within roughly 90 minutes, measurable expansion of arteries occurs. A well-known study from Britain found that older adults consuming 1 glass of beet juice each day increased their walking distance by 17% in just 2 weeks. Importantly, the most effective results come from raw or lightly blended beets rather than cooked versions, as heat destroys the vital nitrates. If the natural earthy flavor feels strong, blend it with apple or carrot juice for a touch of sweetness. Positioned at number 5 is pomegranate juice. This richly colored fruit delivers a high concentration of polyphenols that shield artery walls against oxidative damage. When oxidative stress decreases, nitric oxide persists longer in circulation. This is why pomegranate is frequently regarded as a natural protector of arterial health. In cardiovascular research, participants who consumed half a cup daily experienced a 30% improvement in blood flow response after only 3 months. Beyond the research evidence, the flavor itself feels invigorating, a pleasant tart sweetness that seems to signal renewed vitality reaching your legs. Always select pure, unsweetened juice rather than sweetened commercial varieties. Now shifting to number 4, green tea. You may connect green tea primarily with its antioxidant properties, yet its lesser-known advantage lies in improving the flexibility of the endothelium. The catechins present in green tea activate pathways similar to those stimulated by light aerobic exercise. Enjoying 1 cup in the morning and another in the afternoon helps maintain more elastic arteries throughout the day. Older adults who switch their afternoon soda or coffee for green tea frequently mention that their legs feel noticeably less weighed down by evening. Consider it as performing an internal stretch for your blood vessels, Number 3 features dark cherry juice or concentrated tart cherry extract. This option operates through a different pathway. Cherries are rich in anthocyanins, powerful pigments that reduce inflammation within arterial walls. They also help lower uric acid levels, which can contribute to vessel stiffening over time. Consuming cherry juice in the evening supports overnight circulation because it additionally promotes melatonin production. Improved sleep quality leads to fewer nighttime blood pressure fluctuations, allowing arteries to recover during rest. After about 2 weeks, many older adults notice their calves no longer cramp during the night. That reflects the subtle yet profound benefit of controlling inflammation. Number 2 is cocoa or a dark chocolate drink. Authentic cocoa, not the sugary processed kind, contains flavonols that directly stimulate nitric oxide production within the vessel lining. In a significant clinical trial, older participants drinking high flavanol cocoa demonstrated a measurable improvement in walking speed within 1 month. The benefits were especially pronounced when combined with brief periods of walking, as muscle activity further amplifies nitric oxide release. Prepare it using unsweetened cocoa powder mixed with hot water and your preferred milk. It feels like a treat while functioning as targeted vascular support. And claiming the top position as the number 1 circulation-enhancing drink, the one shown in laboratory conditions to widen arteries by up to 30%, is the beet pomegranate fusion juice. When the nitrates from beets combine with the polyphenols from pomegranate, the effects become synergistic, causing nitric oxide production to surge dramatically. Physicians tested this exact pairing in adults over 60, and within 2 hours blood flow velocity increased substantially. For easy home preparation, blend half a beet with about 1/4 cup of pomegranate juice and enough water to reach your desired consistency. The resulting deep crimson color is striking and vibrant. Many people report a noticeable warming sensation in their legs as oxygen delivery improves. With the top 8 now covered, let's explore why circulation becomes so critical after age 60. As we age, arteries naturally lose their elasticity. They lose the ability to expand as effectively as in youth, restricting oxygen delivery to the small muscles and nerves in the legs. Reduced circulation doesn't merely cause cold feet. It impairs balance, delays wound healing, and significantly increases the likelihood of falls. Yet circulation is not only a mechanical issue, it's deeply biochemical. Every sip from the right beverage can prompt your body to release additional nitric oxide, ease tension, and nourish tissues that were previously oxygen deprived. When you start incorporating these drinks, consistency becomes essential. Nitric oxide cannot be stored long-term, it must be replenished daily. Think of it like recharging a battery each morning. Skipping a day causes levels to drop again. That explains why small, steady habits create substantial transformation. To keep things practical, picture a simple daily sequence. In the morning, begin with warm lemon water to gently awaken your vessels. Mid-morning brings ginger tea for comforting warmth. At lunch, enjoy a small glass of beet juice. In the afternoon, switch to green tea instead of coffee. During the evening, relax with cocoa or cherry drink. This pattern maintains stable nitric oxide levels throughout the entire day. You'll notice not only warmer legs but also improved mental sharpness because the same arterial system supplies your brain. Let's briefly examine the science behind nitric oxide. It is a gas molecule your body naturally produces from amino acids and dietary nitrates. It instructs the smooth muscle cells surrounding arteries to relax. Insufficient nitric oxide keeps vessels constricted, raises pressure, and leaves legs feeling heavy. Aging reduces nitric oxide production by nearly half. However, plant-based sources, particularly beets, leafy greens, citrus, and teas, revive this pathway. When nitric oxide levels rise, the change becomes noticeable. Skin tone brightens, toes regain pink color, and energy returns. Another important concept is microcirculation. While major arteries are significant, the tiniest capillaries in your calf muscles are equally vital. They're where nutrient exchange occurs. Beverages rich in polyphenols, such as pomegranate, cocoa, and cherry, safeguard these fragile networks from microplaque accumulation. If you're just beginning these habits, keep it simple. Choose 2 drinks that appeal to you most. Consistency matters far more than complexity. After a week or so, gradually introduce others. Your aim isn't flawless execution, it's steady continuity. Consider your circulation similar to a garden hose. Left unused, it stiffens. Regular flow keeps it pliable. Now let's address temperature and timing. Warm beverages tend to expand vessels more quickly than cold ones. That's why ginger tea and warm lemon water provide immediate soothing relief. Cold beet juice, however, delivers nitrates effectively even without warmth. So balance both approaches, warmth for prompt relief, cool options for sustained nitric oxide support. Evening beverages like cocoa or cherry juice offer an additional benefit. They help reduce stress hormones. Cortisol causes artery constriction. Relaxing before bedtime allows vessels to remain open longer during sleep. That's when repair processes occur most actively. You're not simply managing symptoms, you're reversing underlying issues hour by hour. After 2 to 4 weeks, tangible improvements often emerge. Blood pressure becomes more stable. Skin appearance improves. Some individuals find they can sit through cool winter evenings without needing blankets over their feet. These subtle signs indicate that microcirculation has been revitalized. Nutrition experts sometimes ask whether whole foods can achieve similar results. Absolutely, leafy greens, garlic, and citrus reinforce these benefits. However, beverages act more rapidly because liquids absorb quickly. Within minutes, their nutrients enter the bloodstream without requiring extensive digestion. That's why a single glass of beet pomegranate blend can outperform a full salad in terms of short-term circulation enhancement. Another common question: can these drinks replace prescribed medications? No, they support and complement medical treatment. They help your body function more efficiently alongside your doctor's recommendations. In fact, many physicians now suggest nitrate-rich beverages as an adjunct therapy for peripheral artery conditions. View this practice as part of a complete morning to evening circulation ritual. Wake up and sip something warm and cleansing. Midday, nourish your vessels. Evening, help them relax. Over time, this pattern becomes second nature. The outcome: steadier legs, warmer feet, and a clearer, more alert mind, because circulation affects the entire body. One additional hidden advantage involves brain function and mood. Nitric oxide doesn't limit its effects to the legs, it also reaches cerebral vessels. Improved lower body circulation often translates to sharper focus and reduced anxiety. That's why older adults who adopt these habits frequently describe feeling mentally lighter. Research supports this. Increased oxygen to the brain helps balance neurotransmitters. Even light movement after consuming these drinks, such as ankle circles or gentle toe taps, amplifies their impact. That's why you should never simply drink and remain seated. Circulation thrives on motion. Of course, safety considerations matter. If you take blood-thinning medications, consult your physician about beet or ginger consumption, as both can have mild anticoagulant effects. Always steer clear of commercial juices packed with added sugar, which counteract nitric oxide benefits by promoting vessel inflammation. The focus should remain on natural, unsweetened beverages prepared fresh and consumed slowly. Some wonder whether moderate coffee benefits circulation. Black coffee causes temporary dilation due to caffeine, but excessive use can lead to rebound constriction. That's why substituting excess coffee with green tea promotes more consistent flow. Now let's examine each drink's specific mechanism so you understand precisely how they function. Lemon water enhances an enzyme called nitric oxide synthase, particularly when vitamin C levels are elevated. Ginger tea lowers thromboxane, a substance that causes platelets to clump. Beets supply nitrates that circumvent age-related declines in nitric oxide production. Pomegranate inhibits enzymes that break down nitric oxide. Green tea activates endothelial nitric oxide synthase through its primary catechol, EGCG. Cherry juice reduces C-reactive protein, improving blood viscosity. Cocoa boosts oxygen delivery to muscles during activity. And the beet pomegranate fusion combines multiple pathways, providing both raw materials and protective elements. Among the most striking improvements older adults report is the reduction of leg heaviness. Within days, climbing stairs often feels noticeably easier. The explanation is straightforward physics. Wider arteries mean reduced resistance. Think of drinking through a narrow straw versus a wide one. Widening the straw allows smoother, faster flow. Your arteries respond similarly. A secondary benefit involves nerve health. Poor circulation deprives peripheral nerves of oxygen, causing numbness or tingling. As blood flow improves, nerves resume proper signaling, like reconnecting a loose power cable. Many older adults notice better balance, not only from stronger muscles but because their feet regain sensation of the ground. Hydration itself deserves mention. Even slight dehydration thickens blood. Many seniors reduce fluid intake to avoid frequent bathroom visits, yet this quietly impairs circulation. Each beverage discussed here provides hydration alongside active compounds. When cells stay properly hydrated, red blood cells move more freely through capillaries instead of adhering. Consider real-world examples. Picture a 65-year-old man who avoids walking because of persistently cold feet. After incorporating beet pomegranate juice mid-morning and green tea mid-afternoon for 2 weeks, his daily step count naturally rises because movement feels less burdensome. Another case, a 72-year-old woman who experiences nighttime leg cramps begins drinking cherry or cocoa in the evening. Within 10 days, the cramps disappear. These outcomes aren't miracles, they represent blood flow physics meeting daily consistency. Occasionally progress plateaus. In such cases, examine salt intake. Excessive sodium constricts vessels and counteracts nitric oxide. Aim to keep total sodium below 2 grams daily and incorporate potassium-rich foods like bananas and spinach to maintain electrolyte balance. Some ask whether supplements can replace these drinks. Capsules claiming to boost nitric oxide rarely match the multifaceted benefits of natural beverages. Your body recognizes whole plant compounds because they arrive with synergistic cofactors, vitamin C, magnesium, flavonoids, that work in harmony. That's why sipping proves more effective than swallowing pills. To maintain motivation, track subtle daily changes in leg temperature or skin color. Use your own senses. Are your toes warmer? Are surface veins less prominent? Do you rise from a chair more quickly? Small victories strengthen the habit. After approximately 30 days, blood vessels undergo structural adaptation. They remodel slightly wider, enhancing long-term endurance. This is known as arterial remodeling. At that stage, missing an occasional day won't undo progress, but regular use sustains momentum. Finally, consider what to avoid. Sugary sodas, excessive alcohol, and overconsumption of coffee all promote artery constriction. So every time you replace one of those with a nitric oxide supporting drink, you gain a double advantage: reduced constriction plus increased dilation. Before concluding, here's a straightforward summary. Circulation equals life. After 60, your arteries need gentle reminders to stay open. Nitric oxide serves as the key, and nature supplies it through these 8 beverages: lemon water, ginger tea, beet juice, pomegranate juice, green tea, cherry juice, cocoa, and beet pomegranate fusion. Each one quietly signals to your vessels, relax and allow free flow. When blood moves smoothly, everything shifts. Warmth returns, steps become lighter, the mind becomes clearer. That's the quiet power waiting in your cup every day. So tomorrow morning, before reaching for tablets or devices, pour something vibrant and alive. Let that first sip remind your body that vitality isn't lost. It's simply waiting for restored circulation. Keep your beverages natural, your body gently moving, and your heart receptive to healthy flow.